Have you ever poured your heart into someone only to feel like you're shouting into an empty room? Have you ever stayed up late worrying about someone who wouldn't even lose a wink of sleep over you? It's a gut-wrenching feeling, isn't it? Like you're carrying the weight of a connection that only exists because you're holding it up. Now here's the truth, plain and simple. Not everyone in your life truly cares about you. And that's not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their capacity, or lack thereof, to show genuine care. But the problem isn't just them, it's also what we allow. It's how we keep giving to people who have already shown us they don't deserve a seat at our table. Today, we're going to talk about the red flags, the telltale signs of people who don't truly care about you. Not because we're bitter, but because we need clarity. Because recognizing who's really in your corner can save you from years of frustration, disappointment, heartbreak. Let's dive in. 1, they ignore your needs. First, let's talk about those who ignore your needs. These are the people who only show up when it's convenient for them. They don't ask how you're doing. They don't check in when you're struggling. And when you reach out, it feels like you're pulling teeth just to get a response. Let me tell you something, people who care make an effort. They don't need reminders or guilt trips. If someone consistently ignores your needs, they're telling you loud and clear where you stand in their life. And guess what? You deserve better than that. 2, they only call when they need something. We all know this type. They disappear for weeks or months, and then out of the blue they call you. Not to ask how you're doing, but because they need something, a favor, money, advice. These people are takers, not givers. You've got to recognize when someone's interest in you is transactional. They don't see you as a person, they see you as a resource. And let me tell you, your time, your energy, your heart are too valuable to be wasted on people who only show up when they need something. 3, they never celebrate your wins. Have you ever achieved something amazing, got a promotion, hit a personal milestone, or overcame a big challenge and the people you thought cared about you barely acknowledged it? That's a red flag. People who don't care about you won't celebrate your wins because your success doesn't matter to them. They might even feel threatened by it. Real friends, real partners, real supporters, they clap for you when you win. They cheer you on because your happiness makes them happy. 4, they dismiss your feelings. Let's get real here. If you're sharing something that's bothering you and the person you're talking to brushes it off, minimizes it, or makes you feel like you're overreacting, that's a sign they don't care about your emotional well-being. Caring people listen. They may not always have the right words, but they make an effort to understand and support you. If someone dismisses your feelings regularly, they're showing you that your emotions don't matter to them, and that's unacceptable. 5, they make everything about themselves. We've all met people who can't seem to focus on anyone but themselves. You're sharing something important, and somehow they turn the conversation back to them. You're going through a tough time, and they start talking about their own problems. These people aren't capable of genuine care because they're too wrapped up in their own world. If someone consistently makes everything about themselves, it's a sign that they're not interested in being there for you. 6, they don't respect your boundaries. Here's a big one. People who don't care about you won't respect your boundaries. You tell them you're not comfortable with something, and they do it anyway. You ask for space, and they ignore your request. Respect is a cornerstone of care. If someone truly values you, they'll honor your boundaries even if they don't fully understand them. Respecting your boundaries is a clear sign that they're not invested in your well-being. 7, they disappear when you need them most. Pay close attention to who's around during your darkest moments. It's easy to be there when things are good, but the real test of care is who shows up when you're struggling. If someone disappears when you need them most, that's all the information you need. Don't chase after them. Don't beg for their attention. Let them go and focus on the people who stick by your side when the going gets tough. 8, they undermine your growth. Let's take a moment to dig deeper into what it means when someone undermines your growth. It's not just about their words or their actions, it's about the energy they bring into your life. These are the people who seem to always have a subtle jab, a backhanded compliment, or a dismissive attitude whenever you share your ambitions or achievements. They'll tell you that your dreams are too big, that your goals are unrealistic, or that your efforts are a waste of time. But let's get real here. Their negativity isn't about you, it's about them. When you're growing, you're changing, and change can be uncomfortable for people who are stuck in their own ways. Your progress becomes a mirror for their stagnation, reflecting back the choices they haven't made or the risks they were too afraid to take. Instead of using your growth as inspiration to better themselves, they choose to pull you down so they don't have to confront their own shortcomings. But here's where things get tricky. Sometimes these people come disguised as friends, partners, or even family members. They might genuinely believe they're looking out for you when they discourage you. They might frame their criticism as being realistic or protecting you from failure. And because these people often hold a close place in your life, their words can hit harder. They can plant seeds of doubt that take root in your mind, making you question your abilities and your worth. This is why it's so crucial to pay attention to how people react to your growth. Do they celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small? Do they offer encouragement to pursuing something new? Or do they shift the focus back to themselves, minimize your efforts, or try to steer you off your path? Their reactions speak volumes about the role they're playing in your life. Now, let me be clear, recognizing these behaviors isn't about labeling someone as inherently bad or toxic. People are complex, and their actions are often a reflection of their own insecurities or past experiences. But just because you understand where someone is coming from doesn't mean you have to tolerate behavior that hinders your growth. When someone truly cares about you, their actions will align with your well-being. They'll want to see you thrive, even if it means you're moving into uncharted territory that they can't follow. They'll encourage you to take risks, to dream big, and to chase after the life you deserve. They won't feel threatened by your success because they know that your light doesn't dim theirs, it adds to it. Take a moment to think about the people in your life who have supported you unconditionally. These are the ones who have cheered you on from the sidelines, who have offered a listening ear when you were struggling, and who have celebrated your milestones as if they were their own. These are the people who remind you of your potential when you've forgotten it yourself. That's what real care looks like. And this is why awareness is so important. When you're aware of who's genuinely in your corner, you can focus your energy on nurturing those relationships. You can invest in the people who uplift you, challenge you to be better, and celebrate your growth without any hidden agendas. On the flip side, you can also start setting boundaries with those who drain you, belittle you, or hold you back. Boundaries don't have to mean cutting people off entirely, though sometimes that might be necessary. More often, boundaries are about protecting your energy and prioritizing your growth. It's about recognizing when someone's behavior isn't aligned with your values or goals and choosing to limit their influence in your life. This process isn't easy, especially when the people in question are those you care about deeply. But here's the thing, you can't pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it's going to take a toll on your mental and emotional well-being. And if you're not in a good place, you won't be able to show up fully for yourself or for the people who do genuinely care about you. Caring isn't just a word, it's an action. It's the late night phone call when you're going through a tough time. It's the encouragement when you're about to give up. It's the celebration when you achieve something you've worked hard for. And you deserve to have people in your life who show you through their actions that they care. This doesn't mean expecting perfection. Everyone makes mistakes, and even the people who care about you might slip up from time to time. But the difference is in the pattern. Do their actions consistently show care and support? Or are they more often dismissive, critical, or self-centered? At the end of the day, your relationships play a significant role in shaping your life. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or weigh you down. And while you can't control how others behave, you can control who you allow into your inner circle. This is why it's so important to cultivate relationships built on mutual respect, support, and love. These are the relationships that will help you grow, that will challenge you to be your best self, and that will stand the test of time. So, as you reflect on the behaviors of the people in your life, ask yourself this: are they helping you grow? Are they holding you back? Are they lifting you up? Or are they dragging you down? And most importantly, are their actions aligned with the kind of life you want to build? Because you deserve better than to be surrounded by people who undermine your growth. You deserve relationships that inspire you, that energize you, and that remind you of your worth. You deserve to be surrounded by people who truly care. This journey of recognizing and addressing these behaviors isn't always easy, but it's worth it. Because when you clear out the negativity, you make room for the people and experiences that truly matter. And that, my friend, is how you build a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. So take this as your reminder. You are not your mistakes, your setbacks, or your doubts. You are a work in progress, and every step you take towards self-awareness and growth is a step in the right direction. Surround yourself with people who see that, who celebrate it, and who walk with you on your journey. Because that's the kind of care you deserve. But here's the kicker, it all starts with you. You've got to care about yourself enough to set boundaries. You've got to value yourself enough to walk away from people who don't value you. You've got to believe that you're worthy of genuine care and connection. When you begin showing up for yourself, when you set boundaries, value your time, and prioritize your growth, you send a powerful message to the world. I know my worth. And let me tell you, that kind of self-respect is magnetic. It draws in people who recognize your value, people who appreciate your energy and want to contribute to it, not drain it. These are the people who truly belong in your life. They're the ones who clap the loudest when you succeed, not because they're looking for something in return, but because your happiness genuinely brings them joy. They'll stand beside you during the tough times, offering support and encouragement without making it about themselves. These people don't shy away from your struggles. They walk with you through them, proving their care with action instead of empty words. But here's the catch, you can't attract those people if you're pouring your energy into relationships that don't serve you. Wasting time on people who don't care about you, those who belittle your dreams, ignore your needs, or only show up when it's convenient for them, robs you of the emotional space to connect with those who do. You are worthy of love. You are worthy of care. And the moment you start believing that, the moment you start living like that, you'll see just how much better life can be. Thank you.